Welcome back to Island Life Live. Someone to talk to, somewhere to go. September 2024 has been designated Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month in Hawaii. And this is a first. Both suicide and suicide attempts have lasting economic, emotional, mental, and physical health impacts for all affected. Now, here to talk about suicide prevention through connection is Rob Swanson. He's a retired colonel with the university, the United States Air Force, yes?
Retired
and
colonel.
He's also our senior mentor, facilitator, and speaker at Fight for Each Other. This is a Department of Defense Suicide Prevention Program. Thank you so much, Rob, for being here with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
And this is a very important topic because, when we think about it, what barriers do people face when it comes to seeking and using mental health support services?
A lot of times it comes down to, one is the stigma attached, the fact that people are afraid of appearing weak in front of their friends or their family or their coworkers. And quite frankly, the other, could there be career implications? And just one is, to be frank, sadly, when somebody gets into a dark place, sometimes they just think that they're a burden on everybody else, and they think the world is better off without them. And so there's this thought that, hey, if they just go away, then everybody around them, everyone's life is going to get better.
But that's not true. That's not
true at all.
Every single human being is important to somebody and someone. So how do we help share that message? How do we help tell someone who is feeling that way, feeling that helplessness? How can we lift them?
So I'm a member of several different groups. So I run a DoD Veteran Suicide Prevention Program called Fight for Each Other. I'm on the Governor's Challenge, which deals specifically the state level service members, veterans, and their families. And then the Hawai'i United Prevention Task Force, where there's a lot of outreach because there's a tremendous number of resources out there that are available. And it's just trying to connect the people who are in crisis to those resources and get them to pick up the phone. A single suicide impacts between 130 to 150 different people in concentric circles based on the relationship that they have, and making sure that they understand how important they are, and making sure that we connect with them is our attempt to say, you're a valuable member of everything, and we want you to reach out for help because we're here for you.
Yep, absolutely. And I realize that there are, we talk about suicide warning signs, and they are available on the website. When you go to Hawaii Cares 988, they have those, and it's so complex because it could be dealing with any part of somebody's life. The signs are different for youth versus adults. But what can members of the community do to help those who are struggling with their mental health just feel more comfortable in asking for support? What can we do?
So I'm going to take a slightly different track. Yep. And one of it is, we think in terms of their signs and all the rest that are available. I like to talk about, one of the funniest guys I've ever heard of is Robin Williams.
Right.
No sign. When I went through my troubles, no signs. And so when you say, what can the community do? Know your friends, your family, your coworkers, connect with them, be able to see when something's not quite right, and then just say, hey, how are you doing? Boss, or an employee, or brother or sister, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? Because you seem a little bit off today. And it's okay to ask the question, and quite frankly, it shows how much we care and how much we know the people that are around us.
Yeah. That is powerful. And I know that there's a number, 988, that we can call on any phone here in Hawaii and across the United States if there's somebody that we need to talk to, if we're feeling alone and we just need to talk to somebody, right?
We want that to be as ingrained in every brain as 911. Everybody knows 911.
Yes.
Now let's get 988 to be just the same, like I'm in crisis, 988, boom. Dial 1 for veterans, and a lot of folks out there that could be that are veterans may not realize they're veterans. Well, I didn't go to war, I'm not a veteran. Well, if you've ever worn a uniform in the service of your nation, you're a veteran.
Got it.
And so 988, put it on placards, put it on posters, put it all over the doggone state. I want everybody to have that as familiar to them as 911 is.
That's right, 988. We're going to make that as important as 911 because 988 will save lives as well.
Bless you.
Thank you so much for your time, Rob. We appreciate you.
You bet.
We're going to be back with more right here on Island Life Live.